Hi friends, I'm just getting started with my fall gardening. I'm going to start a bunch of kale and a chard for my fall gardening. Most of the kale varieties and most of the chard varieties will work fine in fall. They need a little bit of light and they can tolerate very well with frost and cold temperatures. So I'm going to start these three varieties. So instead of placing the seeds directly in my backyard, I'm going to start these seeds indoors using my seed starting tray. This is a seed starting tray I just bought for Aerogarden Harvest Slim. Let's see what is in the box. There are some tips. The seed starting tray with sponges and the plant food. So this is very simple. This doesn't have baskets. The seed starting tray has attached baskets and there are sponges in each cell. The basket is kind of built in. Once we got the seedlings, we just have to take it out and transplant it. This came up with 23 holes. So I can start 23 plants technically, but I'm not going to use all these holes. I'm growing 3 varieties and I will start with 5 of each. So I'm going to use only 15 cells here. So I'm going to use 5 cells on this side, 5 cells on this side and 5 cells in the center. I'm not going to use the remaining 8 cells. So I will take out the sponges and use them later. Alright, now I have 15 sponges in this. I don't want to leave these holes empty. I don't want the light going into the water through these cells. So I'm going to seal these cells using some tape. Alright, I sealed the unused cells. Now I'm ready to add seeds. I'm starting with Dwarf Kale. I'm placing 3 seeds in each pod. Next, chard. Chard seeds are pretty big. I don't think I can place more than 1 seed in each sponge, so I'm going to put only 1 seed. Even 1 seed is pretty big, but let's see. Next, Scarlet Kale. I'm placing 3 seeds in each pod. That's it. Since I have only 3 varieties, and I spaced them properly, it is easy for me to remember. Otherwise, add some marking tape like this. And write down the name. Now it's ready to go. So this water connector is blocking the seed starting tray. So I'm going to take this out. Now let's see. Yep, now it fit very well. Usually the Aerogarden pots come with the domes like this, but the seed starting tray didn't come with any domes. I don't want to try something on my own. Let's see how this works in first place. If I see any issues with the germination or seedlings, I will find something like domes. I have a couple of ideas such as using plastic wrap to cover this entire tray, but I am intentionally not applying any techniques at the moment. I just want to see how the seed starting tray works as is. Then I will think about some alternatives. I believe Aerogarden did some experimentation with this seed starting tray and they probably figure out it works as is. I'm not going to add any nutrition. Usually adding nutrition and exposing the sponges to the light will help algae build up on the sponges. But now I'm not going to add any nutrition until I see the well-established seedlings. And hopefully those well-established seedlings will block the light coming onto the sponges. Then I will start adding the nutrition. For now, I will just fill the water and let it go. The sponges are floating over the water. I guess it's because they are dry. Once they get wet, I'm sure they will go back. It's like a fun game. Here on this Aerogarden Harvest Slim Elite, I don't see any option for seed starting. So I will simply use veggies mode, which is 16 hours light per day. I'm choosing this. I don't need the light anyways at this stage, so I'm going to turn off the lights. Usually in first 2 days I don't see any necessity to have the lights on, so I always keep the lights off when I start the garden for the first 2 days. It's day 3. Dwarf Kale seeds germinated very well. Chard is also coming up slowly. The purple kale also started germinating, but it is going little slow. Yeah, so far I say it is working fine. No issues. It's day 5. The seed starting is going very well. I got pretty good germination and seedlings are growing very well in dwarf kale category. Unfortunately, I got only one seed sprouted in Chard category. Not sure if these seeds gave up already. Coming to Scarlet Kale, I see seeds germinated in 4 pods. One pod doesn't have any signs of germination yet. Maybe the seeds gave up in this pod. So I'm going to replace the seeds where I don't see any germination, basically 1 Scarlet and 4 Chard, and see if new seeds will germinate. It's day 10. Dwarf Kale seedlings are growing very nice. I have multiple seedlings in each pod and they are all growing nice. Coming to Chard, I got one more seedling coming here. I still don't see any signs of germination from 3 pods. I'm going to replace the seeds today. Coming to Scarlet Kale, I got pretty good germination here as well. 4 pods have seedlings growing. The seeds in 1 pod have no signs of germination. I'm going to replace the seeds here as well. Here is the seedling. This doesn't look like spoiled. I still see this seed is pretty hard, but somehow it didn't germinate. So I will add a new seed here. Alright, I'm done replacing the seeds. Now I'm thinning out. Placed only 1 seed here, but I got 2 seedlings for this chard. Maybe these seeds will have multiple embryos. I'm not sure. Now I am adding the nutrition. I'm adding 8 ml of nutrition, which is recommended for harvest. I don't see any instructions in manual to add nutrition, but I'm adding it anyways. Because if I don't add nutrition, I don't think these seedlings will develop very well because there is no nutrition in water. So adding nutrition is going to help the seedlings develop much better. It's day 13. The seedlings are growing very nice. I see some germination from one of the replaced seeds. It's day 15. The seedlings have started picking up the growth since I started nutrition. I see the real leaves are getting big and I see multiple leaves. Same thing with Swiss Chard and same thing with Scarlet Kale. I see multiple seedlings here. I put only 1 seed, but I see multiple seedlings. It's day 20. The seedlings are coming very nice. Look at these beautiful kale leaves. All plants has multiple leaves and they are all growing very nice. The Swiss Chard is also growing very nice. It's coming pretty strong. I have 2 well-established chard plants and a couple of seedlings coming. These seedlings are from the latest seeds that I replaced. I see one more seed germinated here. That's good news. Coming to Scarlet Kale, this is also coming very nice. Look at these beautiful purple leaves. So all plants have multiple real leaves and they are all growing very nice. So the seed starting tray is working really good. It's day 25. The seedlings are growing very nice. They are ready to transplant. So today I'm going to transplant one seedling from each category just to see if they settle very well or they get shocked or what happens basically. Once I confirm that the seedlings are doing fine in the backyard, I will transplant the remaining seedlings. I'm pulling the seedling. I think I am breaking up some roots. I guess that's okay. Here it is with long roots. Alright, now I am taking out Swiss Chard. Wow, this plant has even longer roots. Now I am taking out Scarlet Kale. Alright, now I will transplant these two seedlings. Here they are. Once these plants settle well and I get confidence, I will transplant the remaining seedlings. Since these plants are good for fall gardening, I don't need to worry about hardening the plants. They should be able to settle very well here. It's been 5 days. The seedlings have settled very well. I see a lot of new development here. Now I got enough confidence that I can directly transplant them. I don't need to hardening them. Now I will transplant all these remaining seedlings to soil. Oh, looks like the roots got tangled already. I couldn't pull them easily. Okay, this is coming nice. Let's look at the bottom. Wow. Yeah, the roots definitely got tangled so much. I'm going to take out the whole tray to my backyard and deal with it. I separated all the seedlings. Now it's time to transplant. Here they are. It's amazing that all this has happened within just 30 days. The seed starting tray worked out very well. This is so useful and this is the reason it's a must-have accessory if you are deep into the gardening. Especially this is so good for fall gardening as I don't need to deal with hardening the plants. I can just start them and straight away transplant them to my backyard.